About 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Oh, good night, baby. Good night, baby.
Lawson on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Good job right there. Good job right there.
Now it's Wilson. And he finds Penny. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That second down play nets a -4. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Jordan Evans coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
Let's go, let's go. At their own 38-yard line.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Well, the Bengals and Seahawks meeting here in Week 1, and this is a combination that we haven't seen that often on the turf. If you look back to when the franchises began facing each other all the way back in 1977. But since then, just 20 meetings between the two teams. And the Bengals have won 11 of them, including the last meeting back in October of 2015. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dalton. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now Bernard. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Seahawks 14-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Dalton now to pass. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. That's Ziggy Ansah, the number 5 pick in 2013, credited with a sack.
Third and long.
So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals.
Let's pick it up. It's out time, guys. Out time. Let's get it.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. There you go. Hey, Charlie. Check back.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And that is caught. What a grab at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the 1st.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal on the Seahawks 6-yard line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now. 3rd and goal. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. The sack there by Rasheem Green. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
One of the surprises of the first round, the Seattle Seahawks selecting running back Rashad Penny out of San Diego State. Highly regarded, but most people thought he would go in the 2nd round.
But he did have an incredible senior year at San Diego State. Over 2,200 yards, 23 touchdowns.
He resembles Marshawn Lynch in build, but has the ability to take it the distance as well. Had 7 kick returns during his career at San Diego State for touchdowns.
Got one.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end.
Protect yourself, man.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
Entry.
Check, 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 check.
Check 4. I'll go special.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And that one coming on his opening carry of the season. Do you give him a mulligan?
You would like to, but this game counts. If this were preseason, he'd get a mulligan. But this is for real, so not expecting that at all. Got to find a way to take care of it. I'm sure he'll get other opportunities.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. We're scoreless after 1. 2nd quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. Play action. Now Wilson sliding out of the pocket. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. They go play action here on 1st down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And snapped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Penny will try to punch it in. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Stop short of the goal line.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
2nd and goal from the 1.
SOS, SOS. Bang, 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 bang. Run left, run left. Reload.
Now Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
What? 280.
All day.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive with a little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And it's 3rd down.
10 yards to go.
Right there. 50.
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. And a throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
In your face.
Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Here's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he? Williams loses the football, and the Bengals grab it. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. The rookie DK Metcalf, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Green 80. 59. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Check 43.
To throw again. Wilson. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout. An injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down.
Switch it. Alert.
To throw is Wilson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. And that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Buying time to his left. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Left side complete to Lockett, and he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. On second down, here's Penny. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. And the Seahawks on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now Rashad Penny. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
We're good.
And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Come on.
Play fake. Here's Dalton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, 67 yards. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
It's a very short kick, taken by an up man. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go.
At their own 32-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson, he gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Let's go double count right here. Double count.
Alert 3. Tighten up. Wait.
They go play action with Wilson. Rolling to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
I got you. Hurry.
And an alley to run. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So we're at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Heads
The Bengals drive about to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Throwing, Dalton. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
A gain of 18 on the play.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Bullock good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned,
Tyler Lockett, 30, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 74 yards. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Myers connects on the PAT, and it makes the score 21-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
so we know that what they discussed at the half worked.
It's caught inside the 25. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Andy Dalton with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This will be taken short. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Wilson off to Thomas on the left side. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Now it's Penny. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, watch the ship, watch the ship. Ship. 22, check, cover. 22, check, cover. Back. He's coming. 19. We got something.
They'll try and run for it with Penny. And an alley to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
45, 90. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Back to Mixon on 1st down. In on the tackle there, Bobby Wagner coming off a 3rd straight All-Pro season. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Dalton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Bottled up, but here's a late flag, and a face mask is going to get a much better starting position. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Safety's creeping. No.
Now it's Penny running right. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check 83, ball's going to 83.
Here's Wilson to throw. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
It's a gain of 8. For a Seahawks.
Check.
First and 10.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Flush to his right. It's caught, Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
He's checking.
Penny, the first down carry.
Seahawks 17.
Safe.
From the shotgun, Wilson. That's caught by Penny. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
He's coming. Double up. It's free.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Credit the sack to Malik Jefferson.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing is Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
All right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player? No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down and inside the 5-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are back within a single score. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown.
One pass.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45. Come on. We go D. Twist.
Hey, look.
Rush in. Whip. Watch the whip.
They're going to try and run, but he will not get in here. He stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
At the 23-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They had only coughed it up, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth. Tries to hit Jennings, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Jennings was the one he was looking for.
I'm not sure I'm absolutely crazy about that play call there. I mean, it's only a one-score game, so is it really time to go bombs away and try and make a big play? I think you can take some underneath stuff and still move it downfield.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
First down, Bengals.
There's some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon, only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Dalton's throw on target to Tyler Boyd. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
7-yard gain on the play.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Watch the pass.
Bengals going for it. Here's Dalton. And Eifert has it. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now Dalton. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 31-yard line. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right, where you are. That's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Titans Ringo. Titans on Ringo.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. He's at the 50. The 30, past the 20, and in for the score. Are you kidding me? They return it, and they take the lead. And that is a tough pill to swallow. All they had to do, Charles, keep the ball, work this clock.
The only way for the defense to win was to force the fumble, and they did. Took it the other way for a score, and now if you're the offensive team, it will take a miracle perhaps to win this ball game.
Now a toss going left. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a tough turnover there, as now they will have it at the 6-yard line, 1st and goal.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Another try for Petty. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They come out here in the eye. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Here's Petty. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Myers able to knock it through, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, 75 yards. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So you don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. They'll look to throw. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
On third down, Penny. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. They'll run for it with Penny. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they got themselves in position to at least entertain the thoughts of an overtime, but as it turns out, it was not meant to be, Charles.
And you feel bad for a kicker in this spot. He's going to have to shoulder a lot of the blame, but in reality, this will be a team loss. They didn't do enough collectively to get the job done.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week.